Hello, everybody. My name is RoboParaFoxy, and welcome back. So, today I have something really interesting planned. I want to build some farms. Never done that before, but trust me, it's kind of interesting. That's the best I'm gonna give. That's a great way to start an episode. But seriously, these are farms that I always like to build. One of them is probably something that I should have built a while ago because it's a very simple EXP farm. But the issue with the two farms I want to build today is that they aren't really necessary, is what I'm going to say. Because I want to build a Blaze farm and an Enderman farm. And, they're cool. I like them. But one, an Enderman farm is kind of useless because it's mainly for EXP. And, I already have bigger and better EXP farms for, some reason that number on my EXP bar is big. But, I still want to build one. I think they're cool. And they're really good when, like, you're farming for enchantment table enchants, which I wouldn't be doing for any reason, but they're there for that. And then I want to build a Blaze farm just because I think it looks cool. So, the idea today is that I'll build an Enderman farm and I'll deck it out. It'll have everything. It'll have, an enchantment setup, anvils, storage. I even want to maybe mess with the design a little bit so I can sort out the Enderman heads. I don't really know why I want to do that because they're not, like, particularly good for building, and I don't really... I guess they could fit some in Mr. Henderson's farm, but I'm not really planning on using them for anything. I just want to hoard. It's not good to hoard in real life, so I hoard digitally. That won't expand anywhere. Either way, the point is, that's just what I want to do today. So, let's get right on with the Enderman farm, because I want to start with that. Because it's probably the more difficult of the two, I guess. I don't know. Either way. Yippee, 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 yippee. Okay, so I tried to get my point across while I was collecting items, but I could not talk and search my chest at the same time. So as we make our way to the end, there's not really a reason for me to make an Enderman farm besides out of want. Just because they're more meant for a server, right? They're more meant for a place where you can't use your better EXP farms because other people are in the overworld, so Guardian farms don't work. Oh, I forgot about the flashes. Or, that scares me every time I come to the end. Or, where you can't use your, this flashes completely zapped my mind again. Oh my god. The only reason to build an Enderman farm is because of want. Or, in this world's case, with this specific data pack, is Enderman heads. So I want to kind of snazz out the Enderman farm. Make it look pretty, make it look nice. I think I'm going to more worry about just building the base Enderman farm first, and then snazzing it out, if you will. Either way, though, it should be fine. And then I want to hopefully make a way to try to sort out the heads before the Enderman. I don't really know how I'm going to do that besides not building it like 3 or 4 blocks above the void. Might ruin the rates a little bit, but I really don't care. But I need a block on the bottom to stand on, and then I need, what, a chest? And then so one chest would be fine, and the only thing I would sort out is, ow, I didn't look at you. But either way, we're gonna get right into building this thing. That's it. I don't know why my brain has decided it can't function to talk right when I started recording. Let's just get right into building this, and hopefully it'll make a little more sense as we start going. My ideas are flowing, but my mouth is not. So, let's get right into it. Yippee. I don't know if I got it on replay, but I almost just died to Enderman because I was doing the F5 thing and just staring at all of them in my eyes. Oh, cool, I got Xbox points. I wonder if that noise showed up. What did I get Xbox points for? Why do I even have Xbox points? He just took my dirt! He took my other dirt! They're taking all my dirt. They're stealing. I'm so happy I messed up the platform because now they're all just gonna die when they fall down there. So I did mess it up, which is actually miscalculated, which is actually a good thing because it'll give me more room, which is exactly what I personally want. So it does suck that I messed it up, but it shall be okay in the end. But I just need to get an Endermite, which could be a bit hard with my Thorns armor, because without the armor I might be a little screwed. I should have also brought more than a single rail with me. I don't know. I always do that to myself. I mean, I guess a single rail will work. But right now, my goal is to get an Endermite. So we're just going to do that. Oh my god, really? That's unlucky as hell. Okay. Well, basically, the farm building is actually done. So I might not even use the end of the replay. But what I'm going to do is go down there and fix this. Because I made it one block. I think I literally made it one block too far. Which is actually a good thing in the end. Because now when I fix it... Well, actually, I might have enough ender pearls here. I don't know if I will or not. We will find out. Let's see. No. 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 There we go. Oh. I don't even... Oh. I don't even have thorns on my pants, I just realized. Where'd he... Oh, he fell down there. Will it work? No. Get up here. Go. Move. Yay. Now you're going to stay there forever, okay? You're yellow. I don't know what that means, but you're yellow. But now, when I remove all of this... Yeesh. Basically, I just made an ender pearl farm, honestly. Okay, so I went back and got some more stuff, just an enchantment table and some lapis, mainly. Either way, I want to raise this all by one, and just do that. So raising it by a block will allow me to have 2 chests, which means I can have 2 double chests of ender pearls, mainly. Uh-oh, is that still too high up? Oh man, I really did my math wrong. Wait, is one more gonna be enough, or... Really? Well, maybe they're landing... Wait, maybe he's landing inside the hopper, though. Wow! Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good sign, though. That means I can make it equal, though. So that's really, gives me more room than I anticipated. Do I raise it all the way up? I kind of want to raise it all the way up. Yeah, I might want to expand this in the future, but for now, like I said, you're mostly flying in here. And honestly, I'll mostly be flying in from the landing dock and then going down to here. So, this is all the amenities in it, everything you'd possibly want, and then you come up here and smite. But there is one other thing I need to do, which is actually make the... I guess actually, you know what, I was going to make an on and off system, but I guess it can just work. I mean, I'm not going to be too heartbroken if anything accidentally slips by, you know? So, but I'm not even really going to be that upset. So I could just have it going, right? And then there we go. Okay, for the little tour, I thought I'd start up here. You come down here on the bridge, on the leaf walkway, and I fenced in these areas just so, you know, you can't walk off. But you can either come in through the bridge walkway and come in down here, where you have all your amenities. I didn't lapis, grindstone for resetting your tools, an ender chest, and an anvil for mixing tools. And then you have some storage over here for whatever. I have some ender pearls in there. And then over here, I have 2 chests. This one is for Enderman heads. I only have 5 at the moment. And then this one is all ender pearls, which once these fill up, it's just going to dispense them out. So that way I'll always have 2 double chests of ender pearls for some reason. Yeah. But other than coming in on the leaf bridge, you can come in from over here onto this little landing pad that brings you right up here. And I made a point just to kind of carpet the whole thing, just so experience wouldn't get stuck on the edges. Like, let's say I whack everything over here, and then I walk over here. If there were no carpets, experience might get stuck like here, but I want it to come all the way over here to me, just so I can use all of it. And then that's honestly the building. So maybe we can get another Enderman head. Let's see. Oh, oh. Yeah, like I said, these aren't actually that infrequent to get. Yippee! That's my epic Enderman farm tour. That's all I got. Hello, everyone. Cutting in here after that epic transition because my files decided to do a bit of an explody-wody. So I don't have any of the pre-10th footage from before I started building the farm. But the point is I came back to my base to get red nether brick and red glass because I think it'll pop very well in the nether. And that's half the reason I want to build a Half the reason I want to build a blaze farm is because I really like red nether brick as a block, and it's just really hard to put in anywhere. You know, I even slide it in wherever I can. So, that's it. Thank you. And, epic transition number 3. Okay, so, we are now in the nether. And I have all the materials right here. I think the red is going to look really well. I obviously collected a few extra vines, but I said I needed those. But look, the nearest blaze spawner is all the way over there, which is great because it's in a warped forest, so I think the red's going to pop even better. But the only issue, which is both a good and a bad thing, is it's away from my other buildings. So, you know, I have the piglin farm over here and the bee farm over there. And, you know, so I was going to connect it up to here today, but like I said before, I don't really know exactly what I want to put in this hallway, so I guess I'm not doing that today. Uh-oh. Big whoop. But at least, you know, this is here, so that's pretty good. But other than that, I do want to spend a second over here because I got all this junk. So I did already remove this glass just to make it easier on myself. But I got 20 beehives, a bunch of bottles, and enough iron to make about as many shears as I probably can actually fill one of these sides up with. I forget which side I said wanted to be which. It doesn't really matter. Either way, let's get right into it. And I want to do the bees first just because I thought of a really cool song to use for a time lapse. And it only really works with bees. I'm sure you can't guess what. Yippee! Okay, so here we are in the farm. You know, it's kind of cramped in there, but this is basically it. The only reason there's not a block here is so I can get the experience, but you genuinely don't want to stand that close, so it might be best to, like, flick it down while you're killing. Because I have fire tick on, so if any of them shoot, they'll set the vines ablaze, and I'll have to go in there and fix it. But other than that, I've been testing it out a little, and I've already gotten 41 blaze rods, and I don't think that's counting the 39 I just acquired while making the farm. So, this one was really unnecessary because the fortress farm makes me more than enough blaze rods, but I like blaze farms because they look really cool. So imagine a similar colored tower going all the way to the roof, and we have a nice long pathway from our farm, and it's just going to be great. I would show you more, but there's literally nothing else to show you. That's kind of literally that whole farm, but just look at it from up here. It's just, I think that looks pretty neat just in the corner over there. It's a little far away, so I have to zoom in to see it. Like, generally, it's not that noticeable, but I still think it's cool. Other than that, though, just to see if the bees have done anything, well, I think this area has been loaded. I had to come back here a few times. We have some bee bottles. Oh, we have a lot of honey. We have a lot of honeycomb, too. So, I'm happy that worked. I do want to see if any of these seem to be stuck. These guys haven't even made honey yet. That's a good sign, I guess. Maybe they just harvested. Maybe they literally just harvested. Who knows? There is only 8. Which means all of them have gone. Well, all of them. Maybe, were these ones not full? Oh, no, there's bees in there. They're just being slow, I guess. But that means they're harvested, then. That means if I were to break this and check this. Okay, which one do I have to break to check? Okay, there are... Oh, so maybe it's the ones on the other end that didn't get any. Oh. So that's something I do have to go fix, I guess. I will bring more bottles here. You don't need to see that, though. But, just to say, thank you so much for watching. If you could please like and subscribe. I got a lot of big videos coming up, which is why this one's a little small, but I promise you it'll be worth the wait. So, thank you so much for watching again. Please like and subscribe, and bye-bye! You know it's a good outro when I do it twice.